A big congratulations for even having this conversation or this thought process about these new KPIs that we see. New KPIs because quite often I see surgeons and doctors, specialists in private practice bogged down in this process of just going after more GP referrals. And it becomes a pattern. You get focused so much on the business mechanics of your practice that you'd almost forget about what it is that you're doing, helping people, helping patients. So let's take a step back and look at these new KPIs that we work with when we build a strategy, when we build a brand positioning, when we build a brand for a medical practice. There's 3 of them, and you can play around with them in a thought process. And when we work together, we do this massive exploration process before we produce your content, your website, your social media posts, your videos. We do this process, and it's very exciting. Many doctors will tell us that they've discovered part of their own vision, their purpose, and their mission in doing this process. So, number 1 on my list is empathy as a key performance indicator. Rather than just looking at numbers, check in with yourself and with your team how often you show real empathy with the person who enters your clinic. If for you a full waiting room is a good sign in terms of business, just put yourself in the other person's shoes for a split second before you start your day. This is someone with a genuine health concern and with a need for your expertise. So empathy, that's where it starts. It's a great key performance indicator. Checking in with yourself and with your team. Are we demonstrating that empathy? Here's my second favorite KPI in this series of new key performance indicators: purpose. You go like, what is this fluffy word doing in my medical marketing campaign? Well, we detected that patients really want to know why you're doing what you're doing. And when a surgeon or a specialist writes about this or talks about it in a video, it really makes a difference when patients pick up on that passion you had when you made the choice, on the passion you have when you do these extra efforts like going to conferences or doing extra research, being on call, helping this patient, going the extra mile. Your purpose really matters. It's not just about your qualifications and making a nice digital version of your resume. It's about helping people understand why you're doing this. So use purpose as a key performance indicator. Have you talked about your passion recently? Is your team aware about your passion? And are they passionate? So working on that purpose is another key performance indicator. And here's my third favorite, it's presence. It doesn't just mean you show up when you're expected to do a consultation or surgery. It means really being fully present with the other person. When a patient sits in front of you, are you checking your phone for incoming messages or doing things on your computer or talking to a colleague? Or are you really, really present with that person? Not just booking them for surgery or going over their results, but being really present with the person in front of you, with the human being who needs not just your surgical skills and your clinical skills, but also needs your support as a human. So check in with yourself. Am I present? Am I shutting out the interruptions? Am I reducing the clutter in my office? Am I reducing the potential disruptions of this consultation? You'll see that patients really appreciate your full presence and they feel it. Combine it with empathy, combine it with passion and purpose, and you've got amazing new KPIs to work with. And if you need some help with that, just check in with us for a free strategy session, and then we'll explain you how we can apply this method to your medical marketing so you just build an entirely different profile compared to your competitors.